Jai Gurudev student. Today we'll take batteries. So what is batteries? One or more cells in series is called battery. Means these cells, if you connect in series, that is what is called constitute batteries. Now batteries, types of batteries are, first one is primary battery. Primary batteries are those batteries which cannot be recharged once the cell reaction is over. Means this type of battery, the cells that are using in remote and all these things, once the cell reaction is over, it cannot be recharged again. And there are second type of battery, secondary batteries. Secondary batteries are those batteries which can be recharged by passing current through it in opposite direction. Now secondary batteries is what we are doing in inverter batteries and all these things, that can be recharged again and again. So this type of batteries are called secondary batteries. Now we are taking the primary batteries. In first of all, in this one we are taking the dry cell. This is the structure of dry cell. In dry cell we have the outer layer is zinc casing, that is also called anode. Inner rod, this is your carbon rod, this is act as cathode. And there is a paste, the black color paste is there. In this one, manganese dioxide, carbon black, ammonium chloride paste and zinc chloride. Now what happens in those batteries? The reaction at anode, your zinc converted to, anode is made of zinc, no, zinc converted to Zn dipositive plus 2 electron. Now reaction at cathode, this MnO2 plus ammonium ion from here, plus 2 electron convert MnOOH, this is base, manganese oxide hydroxide, plus ammonia, 2 ammonia are there. Now some points are there why this cell is called dry cell. Now because we are taking MnO2 and ammonium chloride as solid, so this is called your dry cell. Now if this cell is not been used for longer time, the cell may dry, cell may become dead. So that is what is the reason? Because the ammonium chloride what we are using here, it is made of ammonium hydroxide and HCl. Ammonium hydroxide is a weak base and HCl is a strong acid. So this salt become acidic salt. This ammonium chloride is an acidic salt, and this acidic salt corrode the zinc casing here. So that is why the cell become dead even if it is not used for longer time. Now another point is that why we have used the zinc chloride here. So zinc chloride reacts with the ammonia gas produced in this case to form a salt. Otherwise the pressure developed by the ammonia gas may destroy the cell. So this is what we have in case of your dry cell. Now dry cell gives a voltage of 1.5, but when the cell reaction is going on, its voltage is decreasing day by day. So next one in this category we have mercury cell or button cell. Mercury cell is suitable for low current devices like hearing aids, watches, etc. In mercury cell, the cathode used is a paste of mercurous oxide and carbon. Anode is zinc mercury amalgam. Electrolyte, a paste of potassium hydroxide and zinc oxide. Overall reaction, zinc mercury amalgam react with mercurous oxide, zinc oxide is formed, and this 2 mercury gives you mercury. Now in this reaction what you are getting, there is no ions are involved, so that is why its concentration does not decrease and the cell potential remains 1.35 volt through lifetime. So this is what we have for your primary cell. Now we are doing the secondary batteries or lead storage battery. So in lead storage battery, anode is your lead, cathode is grid of lead packed with lead oxide. Electrolyte is 38% H2SO4. So these three terms you have to remember for all the cells. Anode is lead, cathode is grid of lead packed with lead oxide, and electrolyte is 38% H2SO4. The reaction at anode, this lead react with SO4 di-negative. Lead react with SO4 di-negative from here, forming PbSO4 and 2 negative for 2 electron. Now PbO2 at cathode react with SO4 di-negative from here, and there is 2H positive from this one in the first reaction, 2H positive from the second one from this reaction, 4H positive. 2 electron we are getting from the earlier reaction. Now PbSO4, this one, plus 2 water. Now this Pb plus PbO2, Pb plus PbO2, and overall this one forming what is called 2H2SO4 gives you 2 PbSO4 plus 2H2. So this is what is the reaction going on, and one point remember, 1 1 2 2 2 means Pb1 PbO2 1 2H2SO4 gives 2 PbSO4 2 water. Now this is what is the reaction going on when the inverter is there. When inverter is working, this discharging reaction takes place, and when we have electricity, then this reaction, opposite reaction takes place. This is the reaction of charging. Opposite reaction, it gets charged. Now in this case we are using the distilled water in inverter batteries. Now distilled water is used because by, we know that 4 to 5 months after you have to use the distilled water once again and again. So it is, the reason is that when this reaction going on, that at water get electrolyzed to gives hydrogen oxygen gas. So when the charging is going on, the water get electrolyzed to hydrogen oxygen gas and hence evaporated. Sometimes you have to use the acid. Generally in the bike batteries and car batteries you have to use the acid, because this is mishandling, there is maybe loss of acid. So that is what we have learned today, and whatever in the notes you have to just write down. Thank you.